Hello, and welcome to another episode of Indian.net. We are on in learning series of AWS. So, if you are able to hear me, would you mind to give a hands up in your chat? Just do a thumbs up in the chat, please. Okay, thank you. So, today we are going to discuss about AWS S3. So, this is our topic, and let's move forward without wasting any time. So, let's start with the next slide, which is who we are. So we are Indian.net community, and we are since 2008 in Indore and running various other community group as well. So we have like Indore Software Developer Community, Indian.net, Indore SQL Pass Group, and Indore Power Platform Group. The aim of this community is to share the knowledge and share knowledge with free of cost. So we generally run these sessions on every Sunday between 1 to 3, and in these sessions we are trying to provide all the edge technologies details and the cloud computing on different cloud computing platform like AWS, Azure, or GCP. Apart from this, there are various sessions also schedules like on Kubernetes, OWASP security, RPA. Those are also in the plan. So first thing, why should you join this community? So there are various reasons. So let me go one by one. The first thing is like it is a free cost of learning sessions. You do not need to pay anything. That's one of the thing. Then when you join, obviously if you're aware of, that's a great thing. But if you're not aware, so at least you can increase your technical knowledge. And also like we are running two groups basically. One is on Facebook and one on our WhatsApp group. So we have almost 3000 plus members in Facebook. If you search on Indore Software Developer, there are 3000 plus members. And on WhatsApp we have like around, we have two group in the WhatsApp as well, so we have around 400 people who joined us on WhatsApp. So obviously, all the people who are joining us are technical people. So your technical circle will increase, which may help you to grab the job opportunity, which may help you to resolve any problem you were facing. So that's the one of the thing. Apart from this, if you want like uh, any certification of these sessions, so you definitely drop an email and you will get the certificate as well. The next thing is like this platform is like always belong to the technical people. So we encourage each and every people to come and share your knowledge with the community. So this is a platform. If you have not given any session before, the session can be either in Hindi, either can be English, and it's on your preference. We encourage you to share your knowledge, whatever you learn from the techno community, just give back. So that is one of the aim of this community as well. Okay, and as I mentioned, once you attend this session, you just drop me an email, I will share this certificate with you. So that might help you to boost your profile. Okay, hope it is clear. Now, let me check meanwhile if any comment or anything come across. Okay, so uh, okay, you people are able to hear me. I am audible properly, right? There is no issue. If yes, then just press thumbs up, please, or just say yes. Okay, are you people able to hear me? Just say yes. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Rupesh. Thank you, Vivek. Okay, thank you, Vishal. Perfect. So now, what is next? So the next thing is we are going to the deep dive, an introductory session, not deep dive. Sorry about that. An introductory session about the S3, which is why S3 is a simple and S3 stand for Simple Storage Service, and it is Amazon service. As we are running the Amazon series, so we earlier talk about QuickSight, we talk about Lightsail, we talk about uh, EC2. So this is the next version, which is S3. And what is S3 and how to use it? That would be part of our agenda. So in our agenda, mostly we will discuss about what is S3 simple storage service and how to use it. Obviously, the basic knowledge we will provide theoretically, but more it is more practical implementation. So we will share you the practical implementation, how to use it, and we will provide a live demo which you can also do at your end. If you have any Amazon account, you can try that. If you don't have, we give you enough time to create your account. It would be for initial, it would take around $1, but it would be free for some time. So I encourage you people, so use it. And when we are going for the live demo, just depict the same thing at your end as well. So without wasting time, let me share what is S3. So S3 is simple storage services. Okay. Before going into detail, let me check how many people are aware of S3. Are you people are aware of S3? Have you used S3 ever? Have you used S3 or any services earlier? Just type in the chat because this is the one way. The chat window is the only medium which give your feedback, suggestion, and response. So if you have used, say yes. If no, then say no. Okay, Vivek not used so far. Uh, Perfect, no issue. That's why we are here. Rahul not used. Perfect. No worries. Rupesh not used. Perfect. So no worries. So the platform which we are providing here, we can discuss about the S3. So just think about S3 as the full form mentioned, simple storage service. So when we're talking about our laptop or desktop, what we are doing basically, we are creating any text file or any video file, audio file, which we are saving in our hard drive, or might be USB, or might be external device. Okay. So similar way, when we talk about cloud computing provide you the storage services. So there might be different name for different cloud computing, but the base is same. They are giving you a service which can hold your storage, and that storage can be of any file, any object. So object can be like audio file, object can be video file, object can be zip file, might be tar file, CSV, JPG. You can say n number of format you can upload. Okay, so far so good. Any confusion in this? If you have any question, please feel free to ask in the chat window. I'm pretty much looking in the middle. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat window. Okay. Meanwhile, I guess you don't have any questions. So moving further. So when you talk about this storage service, so storage service giving by Microsoft Azure as well, AWS as well, GCP, and Alibaba Cloud as well. There might be a different feature or service name, but the crux is same. You have to save a file in the cloud. Okay, and we will discuss about the different scenario as well. For example, you suppose there are multiple files coming from your uh, IoT devices. So that can be stored there. Your legacy file CSV, or might be some other stuff is coming. Then that can be stored in the object storage, and then later on that can be processed. So there are various way. Uh, so Now, as we are talking about AWS S3, so the first thing which I would say about the S3 is the S3 is started in year 2006. Okay, so when it started, so it started in 2006. So AWS S3 started in 2006, and the best part which I can say, till the time it is started, this is the most famous service in the AWS cloud. Why? Because it's simple to use. Okay, it is easily like if you just you have a non-programmer also, then you, if you are handle you can handle the computer, then you can handle the storage as well. Although there are several different parts also. For example, uh, we talk about the connection with the programming language like Java, .NET, Python. That can be doable, but here we are not going into the programming prospects. We are just understanding the concept and then how to use it through web UI. That is the aim of this. So at least we have some glimpse, some hands-on or some basic knowledge what is S3. The next thing is like, if we talk about this service, we can have a single file up to 5 TB. Means what it means, at a time you can upload a 5 TB file object into the storage. So and don't misunderstand like we can only do a 5 TB only. No, what I'm saying, a single file of 5 TB can be uploaded, but there are various. It's unlimited. Like you can upload n number of objects of n number of size, a terabyte, petabyte. That can be done, but at a time, one file size can be 5 TB can be uploaded easily. That's the crux of it. Okay. Now the next thing is, when we talk about this storage services, there might be some other stuff as well which we need to think about, like for the permission. Like we sometimes we might require that we can give that file permission to everyone, or might not be, so that could be possible. Okay, on security aspect. The other thing is, if time permits me, I will show you how to upload a static file in your S3 and treat that as a your static website. For example, if I created redjaiswal.com and I don't have any dynamic page, I'm pretty much sure you're aware of what is static and dynamic. Static, which is not frequently changed, is just reside in the HTML page, and dynamic, like we talk about when there would be programming interaction. For example, contact us. So those things cannot be done. Okay, but the other thing is, can be static file can be easily handled over here. Okay, so this is the one thing. Now i I think we are pretty much clear about what is Amazon S3, and we have basic knowledge. Now the next thing which I would like to share, not share, I will show you how to use it. Okay, so without wasting much time, let me quickly jump to the console. uh, okay, well, so once you go with your console, your what you need to do, you need to write awsamazon.com. Okay, there would be sign in console. Just click on sign in. And once you sign in, you will find this your AWS console. And before that, one question came, AWS S3 pricing. So let me show you that also. So that question came from, where is, sorry about that. I might be like moving here and there, time to time. Okay, let me show you the price of S3. So, and then this is the region base. I'm pretty much sure you are aware of a region, what is region and how we can uh, create any region or not. Then it's still like we have chance, we can discuss about that. So one question is like, what is the price of the storage? So if we see here, if we go like we are in Asian region, Asia specific Mumbai region, so 50 TB per month is 0.025 cents per GB. Sorry, not 0.25 cents per GB. Okay. And similarly, if you go with the other model like S3 standard equivalent, S310, and they have like a, if you see over here, the definition, general purpose storage type, typically for use for frequently access. So if you anything file which you want the frequently accessing, then that can be go over here in the standard one. The tiering, automatic cost for data. So there are various like archive access tier. So means basically what is the life cycle uh, and how frequently are you are going to use, that can be done. And let me move directly to the S3 now. Okay. So, who asked this question? Vishal. Vishal asked this question. Um, is this a paid service? So, yes, it is paid service, but you have seen the charges. If you are using like less than 5 TB, then there is a nominal charges. It's not too costly, which we can say. And as a trial, like if you have not have a AWS account yet, you can try it. It would be like seems to be free for you for your uh, R&D purpose. Okay, perfect. So once you go with this console, coming back to the how to create it, you come here and search for S3. Okay, either you can write over here or like I have already created this star, means this is most used for me, so I that is coming on the my shortcut form. So when I click on this S3, so currently, what we are going to do, basically, we are going to create a live S3 bucket. So let me share the terminology as well. So the S3 is like you think about the bucket, and bucket is what where we filling the waters and everything. So it's kind of container. We are keeping the objects. So this is a bucket in simple term. Okay. So whenever you are going to create a bucket, the so firstly you need to click on this S3 option. Okay, once you clicked on it, if you have already the bucket is created, those bucket would be available over here. Okay, so if you see over here, the I have created three bucket: Indian.NET TK, BKT, Indian.NET demo. So these three bucket is there, and then in which region? So currently I created in Asia specific. I can choose anything, US, Europe, anything. Then this is like the access level. What is the access level? So access like who can access this particular object. It can be public or private, and there is next thing is the created date, when you created. Now let me go and create a bucket again. So just for this you just need to do create bucket. Okay, now there should, what we can do, we can give a bucket name. A bucket name in a region should be unique. So just think about that. For example, we are going indoor uh, S3 demo. Okay, and here also you can choose any specific region. So the right now we are in Mumbai Asia specific region. So we say Asia specific region. The the ownership object. So it is like, if you read about this, like, before jumping into that, a bucket permission can be set, and also its internal object permission can be set, means which can be read or write through a different account or might be a different people. So for current timing, if we talk about, like, this is access control list. Okay, so we want to enable or disable, means how we want to use it. So currently it's a disable, let me do it's enable. Okay, now block public access setting for this bucket. What it means, if someone try to access, because at the end what you will find a URL by which you can access those files. Okay, so if you want to restrict that, like, then you can block all the public access. But I don't want to block that bucket access, so I just using unchecking this, like I'm not blocking anything. Okay, now bucket versioning. So currently we don't want versioning is. Okay, the next question came before jumping into it. How to install and configure S3. So, Dilip, we do not need to install anything. You just need to open AWS console and then click on S3 and then start creating that. So we what we are doing right now, we are just using the URL, and through URL we are configuring it. So we are creating a new bucket. As you see, just follow the step. If you created the uh, Amazon account, then follow the same step. Otherwise, let it be. You can do later on. So it is just a basic URL, and from that URL we are starting that. Now, bucket versioning is like if you want to keep the versions. So we don't want the version, then tagging, we don't want tag right now. And then encryption, if you want any encryption level also. So we don't want encryption as well. Let's hit the create bucket button. Okay, so it would take couple of seconds and you can see our bucket is created. So the success message came. Okay, now we have created this indoor S3 demo. Perfect. Let me click on it. So when I click it, means what I am going to do, I am digging into that bucket. What is in that bucket? There might be CSV file, there might be something else. So let me explain how to do it. So currently there is, if you see in the list, there is no object. Let me do and click on the upload. When I click on upload, this interface came and I need to do 8 files. Okay, and the files can be anything. So let me do real quick which file we can upload for our use. Let me see first what is this file about. Okay, this is about Mohit sessions. Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. Let me upload this file. Suppose. So what we did, we just added that file. There can be folder which we can upload. There might be multiple files which we can upload. Okay, and once I done with this, there would be other information also, like access control list. So I will describe that also in the detail, and then different properties like glaciers and everything. how many duration you want. Okay, so that is also currently, just ignore those things, but that would be helpful in later on when we actually going to work on those items. But right now, as we are going for just introduction, just click on the upload. Okay, so if you see, the file is uploaded. Okay, let me close it. And now we have one file uploaded in this bucket. So far, so good. Let me do one thing. Let me click on this URL. Okay. So if you see, there are different things have written over here, and there is an object URL. When I click on this URL, you will see the file access is denied. Why? Because we have not given the permission to access into public domain. So if you want like okay, you need to give the permission to access in a different public domain, then obviously you need to go for the this permission option. Okay, and go and click on edit. When you click on this, so there are three different types. If you see over here, object owner means I have created, so I can read this object, and I can write in this object. Okay, everyone once public access, they can access this file as well. Then authenticated user group in AWS means, suppose there are multiple users in your same AWS account. So your this is your company account, and there might be a QA person, there might be a mobile team. They, if you want to give access to QA team only, not the mobile team, then you can also manage through this. Right now, because we are going to see this demo, so what I am going to do, I am going to give the access to everyone. Okay, and if you want like access to any other AWS account, you can give the information over here. Okay, now save it. Sorry, save it. Once this is saved, now what I'm going to do, I will open the file again, and as I open this file, you will see that URL showing me the image now, means whatever I uploaded, now it is publicly accessible. To check it more, let me paste in the chat for you, and if you can access, then let me know. So this is our Indoor 3 demo S3 App South 1 Amazon AWS. Okay, if you can access, then let me know. Let me show the URL again. So far so good. Till now, any confusion? Everyone aligned with this? Do you have any question? Say yes or no in the chat, please. Just wanted to understand, do you have any questions so far? Please say yes or no. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Rupesh. Thank you, Vivek. Image is accessible. Perfect. Any questions so far? So far, so good. Are you facing any challenges in understanding the S3? Are we good? Okay. No questions. Thank you. Thank you, Rupesh. Thank you, Vivek. Perfect. So, what we did basically, we uploaded an object into this Indoor 3 demo, uploaded this image part, image, and then everything looks good to us. Now suppose the next what okay, Dilip asking what is the market demand in S3. So, Dilip, if we talk about anything related to storage, where you need to upload the files, a different object might be live stream or something like that, then obviously you require storage. Okay, and as I mentioned in the first step itself, like it's a very popular uh, service in the AWS since the beginning. So storage is always required. You need storage for backup, live streaming, for CSV, or anything data like anything you require the storage. Okay, so this is most popular what I can service. I hope I answered your question. So there is a huge demand of this storage, and if you talk about like currently there are various enhanced version of this storage as well, like if you heard about snowball, glaciers, so everyone is like based on this storage only. Okay, now so as I mentioned, like we have uploaded a file, there might be n number of files you can upload, and let me show you some other aspect of this property will show the object property will show you like where is the region, and this is your resource name ARN, and then when you created and some basic details. Okay, similar way, if you have if you want to change the permission anytime, there is a permission option. You can change like block the public access. You can edit and then block all the public access. That can be doable. Okay, so it is straightforward. So that's why I'm not telling you in the detail, but there are like access control list which we have seen. We can send this access control to everyone, or might be an authenticated user of AWS, or anything like we can do. Okay, and similarly the matrix you already aware of. So what is matrix? So it's showing like total bucket size, what is the size of bucket, and how many number of objects, and so those kind of storage analysis you can find over here. Okay, so it's a pretty straightforward. There is no specific rocket science over here. You just upload your objects and then use it. There might be people might be thinking about, okay, yeah, Rajat, this is right. We can use it, but what is the next step? Okay, so let me show you something. Just a moment. Okay. So mostly like till the time because I'm mostly working in the .NET side, so that's why I'm showing you the .NET example. This storage can be accessible through the AWS SDK also, or API as well. So what you need to do, you just need to go over here and then search for this uh, AWS SDK for .NET, or might be Python, or whatever the language you are using. So you can easily incorporate this AWS S3 using your code. That might be on .NET, C Sharp, or anything. So that is straightforward. Although that is in the plan, like in the near future, I will show you a full-fledged .NET or Python code in which we are interacting with the this S3. Now, the next thing which I would like to share, this is a like a out of the box, but let me show you this also. So suppose, as I mentioned earlier, like if you want to use it as a, for example, a static website. that can also be doable. So let me open my previous demo. Excuse me, just let me grab my water just a moment. And meanwhile, if you people have any question, please feel free to ask. Excuse me, thank you. So suppose this is our file index.html, and if we want like this file can be treated as a static website, so that can also be doable. Okay, so similarly what you need to do, you need to give the permission for everyone, means global access. Okay, so you can go for this object level permission as well, and also the uh, bucket level permission. Okay, once you're done with this, that the next thing which you can do is pointing your domain to this. Like suppose you have created rahul.com, so that is your domain, or might be dilip.com, that is your domain. So that domain can be pointed. And before that, if you see over here in this object property, if you go in the down, and if you see static website hosting, right now it's disabled. If I do want to enable it, I will go click on edit, click it enable. Okay, and what it is asking, hosting type, hosting a static website. Okay, and if you want to give any specific home page detail, you can provide. By default this index.html, so let it be index.html. Okay, and just save it. There would be error page in a different aspect as well. Those are not required right now. So okay, so far so good. We have given the static website enable option, and we have that URL now with us. Okay, so when you open it, you can see this is my HTML page, which is right now visible through this host URL, whatever is provided by S3. So this is static web hosting URL which is provided by S3. Now you might have question, okay Rajat, this is good. We can access this HTML page, but this is not my URL. This is not my URL. My URL is rahul.com, might be dilip.com, or might be vivek.com. How can I do vivek.com or rahul.com? When I click on that URL, this particular information should be open. That might be your question, and that is perfectly fine. So what we need to do, the first thing which you need to aware, let me tell you this, your domain name should be like your bucket name should be like your domain name. Suppose your uh, domain name is rahul.com. So make sure whenever you're creating the bucket name should also be rahul.com. Okay, this is the first thing which you need to remember. Then you need to do same stuff, like you upload your HTML file, upload your different folders, CSS files, and everything. Once you're done with this, again go to static website, enable it, and the next point what you need to do, there is a service called route s3. Okay, this is not part of your current uh, storage introduction, but I am giving you a heads up like this can be doable. So it would be cheap, because that will, if your file size is under like 1 GB, it is more like cheapest site you can host ever in any storage. Okay, so once you're done with this, click on the route s3, create host name over here. Okay, you just give your domain name, for example, although Suppose my domain name is although I didn't purchase yet, but suppose rahul.com. Let's say rahul.com. Okay, and then create the host name. Okay, just wait for a moment. Once you click this, what you are going to find, you will find this name servers. Okay, so this name servers you have to define into your domain. Suppose you purchase domain from GoDaddy or might be Google or might be any other domain service provider. This name server one, name server two, name server three, name server four value you have to provide. Any doubt so far? No. The next thing which you need to do, you said okay, there I can do this perfectly fine, but how it it is giving me the information that uh, when I open the rahul.com, it should point to my S3. Right. That thing is not done yet. This is just to bring that traffic to this name servers related stuff. Now create on a record. So for example, rahul.com, you do not need to write anything, leave it blank, then a record. So if you see over here, just giving you heads up, if you have uh, any value in storage which is similar to the name of roll.com, that would come over here. So let me see if I have created, sorry, let me do a live example. So if you don't want, just go and delete it. Okay, it's super easy. If you want to delete any storage or any hosting confirm thing, let me go over here and then click on S3 storage. Actually, I was trying that, but somehow I lost the track, so I didn't create it. I think I created one, but I didn't purchase the domain name. So, for example, this is indian.net.tk. So, okay, let me do one thing. Let me create the host name. This is my domain. Okay, let me do click on this. So, what I need to do, I need to copy this name server, ns name server, and assign there. Once I assign, I will go again and create a record. Okay, when I click on the a record, okay, so here if you see, oh, it's still not coming. Where is S3? Okay, somehow it's not coming over here. No worries. Yes, S3. So basically, here you need to point out that value which I am saying. Okay. Now, so again, moving on to the S3 side. So we have like here the images and everything. You can open or click on any image and then open through the URL right now. So that is quite possible. For example, if we have not given the access, it's a access denied information is coming. We can like use this S3 tool as we want. Okay. So far, so good. Any questions so far? Or we are good? Please type in the chat if you have any questions. Okay, one question came from Dilip. S3 is similar to Azure Blob Storage. Yes. So whenever you're talking about the this object storage, whether you take Azure, whether you take S3, AWS, or whether you take Alibaba Cloud or GCP, they have the same kind of feature. Yes. So Vivek is asking the same. It is similar to Azure Blob Storage. Yes, it is similar to Blob Storage. And as I mentioned, the name can be different. In Azure, it's called Blob Storage. In S3, it's called uh, uh, AWS S3. Sorry, in AWS, it's called S3. But the, at the end, if we talk about the functionality, it's almost same. Okay. For example, let me show you one more thing if I can find it. Okay. So, although this is not relevant to our current topic, but I would like to show you that thing as well. So, this is Alibaba Cloud Storage, OSS, Object Storage Service. It is similar way, means the functionality is similar like AWS S3, but the name is changed. It's called Object Storage Services. Okay, in Azure it's called Blob Storage Services. So there might be different things you can think about, but mostly if we talk about the storage classes, bucket, few features are same. Few features are might be different. Okay, so and the good point is mostly if you follow this blog also, same kind of stuff. So they are not different. Means you talk about uh, storage, blob storage, object storage, or S3 or OSS. Those are same, like same kind of feature you just upload. And there might be some here and there, but at the end, those all are same. Okay, I hope I have given your answer. Any doubts so far? Thank you, Indrajit. Any other questions? So, I would like one favor from your side. Uh, if you have any other topic in your mind or anything which is coming in your mind, okay, this session we would like to uh, attend, or this technology or this particular specific piece session we required, please feel free to drop me an email. And as you're aware, like we have WhatsApp group as well. I would request all of you to please be proactive. And if you think the efforts which we are putting uh, to educate our community is worth, then I request you all to share this channel and subscribe, and ask everyone also who really want to learn something. Please share our group as well. And that is one of the requests. And meanwhile, if you need any assistance in learning of this AWS, anything like a light sail or QuickSight or anything, please feel free to ping me. You have my number. It's scrolling down in the on the screen. Just ping me. And the last question before we wrap it up, do you have any confusion in S3 till now? Whatever we have discussed, are we good, or do you have anything which you want to ask? Anyone, please, because I am not able to hear you, so that's why I asked you. Just type in the chat if you have any question. Yes, no, whatever you want, you can share. Okay. Any questions so far? Indrajit, Dilip, Vivek, Rahul, anyone? If you don't have any question, please type no. Okay, perfect. Thank you. With this said, I think we are good. And thanks for your time and attending this session. I hope this session would help you to gain your knowledge on AWS S3. And next Sunday, we will have another interesting session, which might be on, I don't remember exactly, but it might be on Kubernetes or security rules or WASP rule. Okay, that would be okay. Perfect, Rahul. Thank you. Thank you, Dilip. So please do attend next Sunday's session. I'm planning for another session that might be on deep dive on uh, data science using the AWS S3, sorry, AWS. So we might come for different sessions with the AWS. So just please feel free to drop me an email. Feel free to share this session with other your friends if it's worth. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for attending this session, and we will meet on next Sunday. Then, thank you very much.